I don't want to take a whole lot of time, but I do want to thank U.S. Century Bank. And these difficult economic times, they've stepped up to the plate. They're helping FIU. And for those of you that don't know it, 1 out of every 2 college graduates in South Florida right now is an FIU. It's from FIU. So people don't know that, and that's big for us. We have over 140,000 alumni, and the commitment that you're going to get from athletics is that we're going to do things the right way. We're going to build these programs. We're going to compete at the highest level. We're not scared of playing anyone, any place, anytime. This year in men's basketball, we played Washington, UCLA, Georgetown, Miami. Next year we got Ohio State and North Carolina in basketball. Women's basketball has played Florida State. They played all the big opponents. Daniela has played Clemson when they were ranked 18th this year in the country and beat them in volleyball. In football, we're playing everybody. Next year we play Alabama, and yes, we do play the Gators, and if they win tomorrow, then we'll play the national champions. So we're willing to play anybody. Our coaches are doing a tremendous job of recruiting the student athletes, and these are really student athletes. They're graduating, and they're going to make us proud in this community. Before I go on and I introduce our president, I want to say a couple of words, because it was his vision, and he was instrumental in developing the athletic department here at FIU. When people questioned what he was trying to do with FIU athletics, he didn't care. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to make all the FIU alumni proud of this institution. We got a lot of great things to sell in this university. We got a medical school now. We got a law school. We got a hospitality school that's ranked in the top 10. We got a business school. And everything that he's done over the last 20-plus years, he took this university from being a small upper division, as I say, junior college, to being a legitimate Division I university. And in the next few years here, everybody's going to see that his vision and what he saw is going to come to fruition, and we're going to make everybody proud. But he's the sole reason why the football stadium went up, why we have Division I football, why this arena hosts so many important events year-round, and he's been the one that has carried this university to new heights. And so at this point, I'd like to welcome our president, Dr. Modesto Medina.
So when I look, what I see is family. And, you know, when family has a challenge, the rest of the family comes together to help. And U.S. Century Bank is like FIU, a phenom in this community. It has become overnight one of the 10 largest local banks headquartered in the Miami area. And as I look at the bank, I see more family. I see the president, CEO, and a member of the board of directors of the bank is an FIU alumnus. As a matter of fact, the other day I went, there were 500 people, I was speaking to them, and I said, I'd like everyone who is a graduate of FIU, who has worked for FIU, or who has a close relative that is going or has graduated from FIU to raise their hands. I'd say about 400 of the 500 people, 400 of the 500 people, you know, raise their hands. And Travis, don't worry, someday you too will graduate. You know, you don't look the same age as Mr. Dotson, but I somehow remember you forever here. I think that the contribution which will be put to good use of U.S. Century Bank will impact not only the students that are here, the players that are here, but many, you know, of our players, you know, into the future. And I would like to thank the team that worked with us on this, on the U.S. Century Bank side. Octavio Hernandez, Ramon Rasco, the chairman, Jose Cancela, a member of the board, Sergio Pino, a member of the board, and a former trustee, and Armando Guerra, a former trustee and currently a member of the Faculty Practice Plan Board at our university. As you see, we have been and we continue to be surrounded by friends. FIU is not only a family here on campus, but we are a family in the community. And I'd particularly like to thank on our side, Sandy Gonzalez-Levy. You'll note it took 5 guys on the U.S. Century Bank side, and only took 1 woman on our side, which I felt was a pretty fair, balance between the two institutions. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the chairman of U.S. Century Bank, Ramon Rasco.
Well, Pete Garcia made it easy for him. He's made it very tough for me. This is a very tough act to follow. Congratulations, President Maidik. And when I come here and I see this, I remember my wife also came here. I took her here once or twice, and I came and there was Primera Casa, and that was about it. And now you look around, and this is
the U.S. Century Bank Arena.
Yes, that's exactly right. Thank you, President Maidik, Athletic Director Garcia, FIU trustees, my fellow board members, students, dignitaries. The best legacy that we can leave our children is a good education. How many times have we each heard that? And how many times have we applied that in our families? We at U.S. Century Bank believe that in terms of our community, the most important contribution that we can make is to invest in the education of our youth. That is why our bank is honored to partner with Florida International University in naming this arena, and most importantly, in helping to support our only public university. There are many parallels between FIU and U.S. Century Bank, and President Maidik mentioned some. We both have our roots very deeply entrenched in this community, and as he said, we're all family here. We all know each other, and it's a big community, but it's a very small town. Our missions are to serve this community, and we are both young and rapidly growing institutions. In just 6 years, U.S. Century Bank has become a leader in our local banking industry with 22 branches in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. In that short time, we have grown to $1.75 billion in assets, and all that time we have been profitable. And that is an amazing testament to our directors, and most importantly to our management, our officers, our staff, many of whom are here today and many of whom are FIU graduates. Even more importantly than that, in these trying economic times, independent rating agencies have named U.S. Century Bank as one of the strongest and safest banks in this community and in the state of Florida. And now we are very proud to partner with FIU in the naming of this very important venue. For us, it's a natural. Starting with our president, Dr. Hernandez, many of our directors, officers, and employees attended FIU and have served as FIU as trustees and in other capacities. U.S. Century Bank has a long-term view of its role as a community institution, and therefore has a strong interest in supporting the education of Miami's future business and community leaders. We believe it is good business to support our community through education, and we recognize the commitment to excellence that President Maidik has exemplified here at FIU, with a great hospitality school, a first-class school of business at Chapman School of Business, a new law school, a new medical school, and now, as he said, in the athletic department, as Pete Garcia said, it is impressive and amazing. And I am a graduate of the other local university here, and I worry every time that we play FIU.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let it come down. And it's official, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Century Bank Arena. We'd like to thank you for coming out this afternoon. We hope you